of being. Don't you dare talk about a broken home. Cause for 250 years, all our families was bought and sold. Still trying to put it together. I feel it's taking forever. It ain't for a lack of trying. We trying to do better. Down with clan, invest at home to build community. I only buy from people down the street. I eat, you eat, they eat, we eat. I bring the sauce, bread, and the cheese. A pizza party all on me. Scratch that all on God, I'm blessed. Churches take money from God's children and then put it in part of the politics. It's hard to know who to trust when the truth is irrelevant to the reverend. God, we really need your medicine, cause the painkillers never kill the pain, they just numb it all. This what the Lord has been giving me, someone to re-envision our history, yeah. You got a college degree, you made it out of the trail. You are not a politician, why don't you get back to rap? I don't order everything you put me on like I'm Killmonger. Whatever, I got my things together. I don't sweat it even in hell with 3 sweaters. The flow frozen on a new level. I could build a snowman on the head of a devil. Sheesh! No, I guess I'm robbing. Guess I'm robbing. Oh, I guess I'm robbing. Guess I'm robbing. Come up out your pockets. Guess I'm robbing. Oh, I guess I'm robbing. Guess I'm robbing. Come up out your pockets. Yeah, of course. Made it out the bottom. Of course, I ain't gotta worry about a thing anymore. I just yeah, of course, with a crown of thorns, feeling like a king. Yeah, of course.
And on top is where we land. We don't understand. I just wanna see you win. I just wanna see you win. I just wanna see you
with that hope on them black market. Coming through in the purest form. Black market.
for me now. No, mama, don't you cry for me now.
Cause God heard you on those late nights. Told you dry your eyes, you don't have to cry. Oh no, you don't have to cry. Before that boy was yours, he was mine. Your son will be just fine. And my, you know that God can never lie. Cause I know that's from Robin Hood to Robin Hood. I cannot complain cause y'all's good. Even when they try to overlook, I cannot complain cause y'all's good. Welcome to the revolution. Welcome to the revolution. They been looking for the blueprint. You can get it here exclusive. Welcome to the revolution. They been looking for the blueprint. You can get it. Who gave the real Rick Ross coat to spread it from coast to coast? I know, but if I said it, y'all would kill me. Just Google Gary Webb if you feel me. Ain't gon' spell it out all the time. Use your mind. How did grandkids of slaves get dope cross ocean tides, or borderlines, or county lines?
Where you at? Why my gun missing? I told you let it go. I told you stop tripping. I just picked up Josiah and I gotta get to work. Look, I know your pride is hurt, but don't do nothing stupid. The devil's got the blueprint. He wanna put us all in jail, then hell. I'm in the cold.
We can't take no L's this year, nah, that's not in the plan. You don't understand, I just wanna see you win. If they ain't with the squad, then just leave them in the stands. You don't understand, I just wanna see you win. We can't take no L's this year, nah, that's not in the plan. You don't understand, I just wanna see you.
Yo, what's going on everybody, DJ B Plus here, and thank you for checking out this recap countdown video where I check out some of my favorite bars, beats, and favorite tracks off a particular album, as well as highlight a few features off of that album. This week I will be taking a look at Derek Minor's The Trap. Now I normally take about a week to check out an album before I do a review, but I decided to take a little bit longer because of the content of this album. Now it's a very dark album talking about a lot of the struggles within the black community, and it will challenge you depending on which side of the aisle you ascribe to politically, or whether you're black or white or Hispanic or whatever race you may be. You may fall on different sides of this album, but I definitely feel like it is a story worth telling. It is a story worth listening to with an open perspective. So let's go ahead and hop right into this with the first bar that I like, and that was From Nothing from Something. Now that song is just talking about how there has been a ripple effect from slavery and among some other things that have led to broken homes within the black community, and that it will take time for some of those things to get better. Moving on to number 4, I really like that bar just because it just kind of reminds me of my father. My father, he kind of raised us, and he always talked about supporting black businesses. And I never really understood that till I got a little bit older, and I've heard about things like Black Wall Street there in Greenwood, and just how the black community really had to stick together to grow the community. And then I read other articles talking about how much the dollar circulates within the black community, and it's maybe changes hands maybe one time, and then other communities like the Jewish community, where the dollar changes hands in the teens, like 15 to 20 times before it leaves out of the community, and that just builds up that particular community. So really like that line there. Moving on to number 3, I Have a Dream. I really like that line because we really do need God's medicine right now. With America being so racially and politically charged right now, my hope is that the world can look to the church, but my fear is that the church is just joint sides just like everybody else, and it's not really helping the situation. So really like that line. I really wish that we could really find God's medicine during this time. Moving on to The Trap. Now that line is pretty self-explanatory. I just like the fact that Derek Minor has educated himself, and he is using his voice and his brand to better his community. And last but not least, Revolution. I could have picked any number of punchlines from this song, but this is probably my favorite one. This song was just packed with punchline after punchline, but I'll go ahead and give this one a nod for my number 1 bar from this project. Moving on to my favorite beats off of this project. Overall, the production of this album was very, very good. First up, I have Robin. Really like that track. It had a little bit of a trap feel to it. Next up was my workout song from the album that I liked, of course. Next beat I liked was See You Win. That was a beat that got stuck in your head pretty much for the rest of the day. That one was real nice. And then rounding things out was Black Market. Between the boom bap feel and the cutting from the DJ on there, I thought that was a really nice track as well. Now moving on to my favorite 3 tracks off of this project. First up, Don't Cry. Really enjoyed that, very melodic. Derek Minor even showed off some of his vocals on there. Aaron Cole came through with a very, very nice hook. Sound very Justin Bieber-ish. Yes, I do listen to Justin Bieber, but I really like the Don't Cry track off of this project. Next up, Revolution. So much to say about this song. The 2 beat choices that he had on here were excellent. Punchline after punchline. Definitely a hype track. Enjoyed Revolution a whole lot. And lastly, my favorite track off of The Trap, Black Market. I already mentioned the production, how much I enjoyed that earlier, but just the storytelling of it, giving you little hints about Gary Webb and that whole story. I never really heard the full story of that, so I did a little bit of research on that, about the real Ricky Ross, not the rapper Rick Ross. And then also I gave you a little bit of insight to what it's like in his career, about him being kind of in between 2 different genres, but him being comfortable in that and being comfortable in who he is. So Black Market is easily my favorite track off of The Trap. Alright, and on to my 2 favorite features off of this project. Dre Murray with Decisions. Now Dre Murray to me is one of the best storytellers among rappers who are Christian. If you've never heard his story that he told about Clive Lee Hood, it is definitely worth a listen. It's about 3 different tracks spread out over his mixtapes, the Hell's Paradise. But definitely good storytelling, and he showed that off in Decisions. And then lastly, See You Win, Aaron Cole. Definitely that is the one track off of this project that got stuck in your head between the production and then that killer hook that he put on there. So this is easily a song that's going to get dropped right into rotation. So in closing, I really did enjoy The Trap by Derek Minor. I'm really looking forward to his next project, which I believe it's going to go by the name of By Any Means. Now in the past year, Derek Minor has come out with 2 projects prior to The Trap. The first one was called Your Soul Must Fly. The next one was called High Above. And then this one was called The Trap. So if you read it all out in a sentence, it is Your Soul Must Fly High Above The Trap By Any Means. So I'm looking forward to him putting a bow on these 4 projects and his next project. I don't know when it's going to come out, but I'm looking forward to that. This project, like I said, it was dark, it was heavy, but I feel like it was like a big medicine pill. But once you get it down, once you swallow it, it really does give you a really good perspective. So looking forward to more from Derek Minor. I've always enjoyed his creativity. Thank you once again for checking out this album review, Derek Minor's The Trap. And until next time, peace in and confusion out.